I was tortured. When we say we were tortured, and my twin sister and my dad were shot dead together when they were taking their evening tea. All my three children were killed. The youngest was just 5 days old, and we were taken in the bush and tortured, raped, and all that. Yeah, but we came out alive. It started because my uncle was a president in Uganda, but it was not me who was a president. And when he was overthrown, he went to live outside Uganda. But then we who remained there were tortured, and so many of us, even up to now, it is still going on. I don't know what people will do about it, but it is still going on. My family was so much affected. My husband was a captain in the army, but when they overthrew the former government, he refused to join the army of the present government. So he was killed and he was beheaded. And also, I think my children were also killed because of he was the father of the children, or because I was the mother of them. And my twin sister was killed just because of that too. Because they were just relaxing, taking their tea. And my dad was a reverend then, but only taking their tea at the veranda. But then they were shot dead by soldiers, both of them. Oh God. Especially losing somebody who is so, you think you are one, like my twin sister. It was so bad. It really affected me and my children. Even my dad, my husband, they all affected me. But up to now, I still think about my sister as if she's coming tomorrow or any day now. Yeah. Because our uncle was a president and they didn't want him. And they treated us as if we were also presidents, which was not good. Yeah, even up to now, in other countries, they can overthrow a government, and then you people who are related to or who are working with him, they can torture you or they can kill you, and that is what happened to us because he was our uncle, which we didn't ask for. It was God who gave us an uncle like that. Yeah. I left Uganda in 2001, uh, July 29th. I still remember, but they told me afterwards because I didn't know I'd left Uganda because I was unconscious when they brought me to the UK. And my friends, I had a friend here who used to go and live with me when he went for his business. And they brought me and I lived with him. They picked me from the airport. I don't know which airport. I'm so afraid of asking because I think they think I'm mad. Because I was not myself at all. So I don't remember the airport I came through. Because I found myself waking up looking at a white man and I thought, oh, that is, I almost, I almost got a shock of my life, especially when his black girlfriend came in, and I thought these soldiers have followed me, but they looked after me, and after some time, 2 weeks, they took me to the home office to claim asylum because he said I couldn't live without claiming asylum because it would be illegal. An illegal living. So they took me to the home office, claim asylum, and then they took me to to Oakington Detention Center. And the second day, I was released from there, and I went back to live with John, who used to go and visit me in Uganda with his girlfriend. Because I lived in the bush for almost 3 months, where we were really living in a swampy place, and sometimes there was nothing we could eat apart from the mud from that swampy place. So I was so thin, and I think I was also running mad because I didn't, because we were raped, we were tortured, we were treated like very inhumanly. So I'd given up almost hope of living. That's why I couldn't remember anything really. Because 3 months is really a long time just to eat mud and all that and drink dirty water. But I'm happy they took me out of there and saved my life. That's why I'm here now talking to you. I was tortured by the present government. Not only me, we were about over 300 in this, sitting in the swampy places in water and being tortured and being raped because nobody escaped the rape. I remember a lady who had a daughter who was just 1 or 3 months old. But the lady was raped, and her daughter was also raped. That baby. So it was really a trying time for us because that child we all loved the child and the lady, but then the lady couldn't take it. She hanged herself and her baby, and I think if I was the one, I would do the same thing, but I didn't. It is so bad. It was. Even up to now, I still think about it. It affects you wherever you are. It does affect you so much. I don't know why they took us in the bush and tortured us like that. Especially baby. One night, because every night they will say, "Oh, you're going to sleep in the boss's tent," and that, and then this boy came and said, "Oh, tonight you're going to sleep in my tent." And then in the morning, then he gave me water to bathe. Then he gave me food and I ate. I ate the food like I don't know, with all my fingers. But anyway, then he gave me somewhere to sleep, but he didn't let me. And in the morning, very early, he told me, "I'm going to help you get out of here. You helped my parents. You took my parents to Kenya, and they are so grateful, and I'm grateful. You will escape from here today." So in the morning, he told me, "Oh, you're going to pick up fruits and vegetables." So we went, and he was with his gun. We went, and we went as far as, then we got to a main road, and there was somebody with a bike, a bicycle. Then he told me, "Don't look back. You have to go, and don't tell them what you know." But I didn't know anything. But anyway, it was so good. And then from there, the bicycle man brought me to the friends, and then the friends just the following day they took me out of. They drove me up to Kenya with three of them, one white and two black ones. And then I came on the plane. I didn't know even what was happening. The ex-president of Uganda, Dr. Milton Obote, was my uncle. And he was a very good man, I think. Yeah. His position. Yeah, because when he was overthrown, because he didn't even bank his money in outside Uganda. So when he was overthrown, he had nothing. He went out without any money at all because his bank was frozen, and it affected us mostly because people started beating us and killing most of our people. As if even me, I was beaten. I was tortured terribly. For 3 months, I was in the bush with other people, and we were tortured, we were raped, like that, like that. But what can you do? Just because he was a president of Uganda and he was my uncle. That's why I was beaten up. Even my children were killed, 3 of them, when they were so young. And my mom was also shot dead because she was the president was her brother. And like so many things happen, but what can you do? That's life. At the time, no, I don't have family. I have only my 4 nieces who are in Uganda, but I had to change their names because if they knew they were my nieces, they would have been killed also. Because my twin sister, one of them, two girls are for my twin sister, and there were 3 for our little sister. But now one was killed also. So there are 2. There are 4. I have 4 nieces now. Yeah. There was no problem at all, and most people, like school children had education. Even poor people, because they were free to what do their farming and all that, and children were free to go for continue with their education. But now most children are not being educated because education is so expensive. They don't have money. The parents don't have money. But then parents were really, they had their livestock, they had their cotton. We were growing cotton. We were growing all sorts of things. Food was not a problem, but now I hear it is a problem. Even food alone is a problem. Yeah, because he was president and he was no longer president by that time. These things happened to me. All these issues, all problems happened, started happening after he was overthrown. And up to now, it is still going on. I don't know why they don't stop it. Everything was really okay. Schools were children were going to school people who wouldn't see a child at home and not talk about it, or even confront their parents, because young children have to go to school to get educated, not to stay at home doing nothing. But now that is what is happening. No education because they don't have money for fees. They don't have money even for food. And sometimes I hear because they can plant cassava, potatoes, and somebody can go and say, can I buy your potatoes? And he buys a whole garden. That person can be without any land now, because that is his land, and he's growing his own food. But that is life anyway. It's hard for them. I'm lucky because I'm not there. Yeah, during his regime, every Ugandan was okay. Oh, the whole country was okay, really, because there was no disease. And he married another tribe, but not from his tribe, which was very good because he wanted to show people that we are one. Yeah. And that is what he did. And after we were so everybody was friends. Every tribe was very friendly during his time. But after he was overthrown, things went downwards. And up to now, it will never get up unless this man, the present man, leaves the country. Yeah. Because I had to pay, my friends had to bring me to the UK, which was so good because I would have been dead now. I really would be dead now. Like my twin sister was shot together with my dad. Then we were rounded up and taken in the bush. And my children were killed. Yet they were the elders, because I had a girl and a boy. They were 1.5 years old, and the second born was just 5 days old, almost 5 days old, because she wasn't it wasn't yet 5 days. He was going to 5 days, and then he was also killed, baby. That's horrible. It has impacted my life because I lost my families, I lost my country, but I have a new country now, which is good because I don't care what happens now. Only my nieces, I care about them, but that is all. Because when nobody wants you in your own country, and you have another one, I really enjoy the new one better, even. So let him stay with that one there. But people are suffering. That's the problem. Thank you.